Welcome to chapter 6 of the Microsoft Access database. We are going to create a database file named Members. Then we design the following table. Then we create our own primary key, and we name the table as Arc Hotel. So we'll go to our application or to our folder. We right click new. We choose Microsoft Access database. We name it Marbles. Click enter to save, click enter to open. After that, you can close this and go to create. Click create, then table design. Then after table design, we will now be able to write all these titles as the field names: the employment number, first name, last name, date employed, salary, then marital status. So we will be able to do that as fast as possible. So we go back to access, then we just write exactly as it is written. We have first name, date employed, so after that we can check under the date employee, we can change the data type and use date and time. The salary, you can choose to use number or currency, but since they are just the standard numbers, you can just use number. The rest of the fields are text. Even the employment number is going to be text, because any value that begins with 0 should be text, and data type should be text. Therefore we can now close and save. Say yes. Call this Arc Hotel. So we are requesting to design and name the table as Arc Hotel. Click no. After that, you double click to open that particular table. Then we will be able to fill in this information. Afterwards, we'll be able to do all the questions together. Therefore, I'm going to type this data. So you make sure that you key in the appropriate details for each particular field name. just type those particular fields. We fill all of them, and we may be able to now do the questions.
you make sure that you fill all the data so that you will be able now to do the questions.
married, the M represents married, the S represents single, then this D represents divorced, and the W represents the widowed. So we are done filling the table and just close it. Then now we can proceed to the questions. Design queries to show the following. Number 1, design a query to show all married people whose last name has character I and save it as family. So we go to create, then we click query design, we click add, then we close, we double click the enter, then we drag down all the values. So we design a query to show all married people. Married is under the marital status, so we click on marital status, then we type the letter M to show married, and then whose last name has character I. So we go to the last name, we insert star, shift 8, letter I, then star, because it is not specific. So you start with star, I, followed by star. So the I is in between the two stars, then you click on run. So you can be able to see that the last names has character I in their letters, and the marital status is that they are all married. So you can close and save it as family. So you write family, you press OK. After that we go to the second question, which says you design queries to show the first name starting with J and save it as jobs. Go to create, query design, click add, then you close, double click the header, then you drag down. So they say that we create design queries to show the first name starting with J. So you go to criteria, under the first name you type J followed by star, because it is saying starting with J, then you click run. So you can see that we have Jane and Janet whose names begin with J. You can close to save. We call this jobs. Press OK. Press OK to save. So after that we proceed to the next question, number 3, which says all married people whose salary is over 20,000 and save it as Chapa. So all married people whose salary is over 20,000. So go to criteria, query design, click add, then you close, double click, drag down. So we create a query to show all married people. So go to criteria, under the marital status you write the M, which represents married, whose salary is over 20,000. So you go to salary, under criteria you write greater than 20,000. So all married people whose salary is more than 20,000, and you click run. So you can see that they are married and their salary is above 20,000. After that you can close and you save it. So you can call it Chapa. Press OK. After that we go to the next question, which says you design a query to display the last name with character O whose salary is above 16,000. Save it as sample. So last name with character O whose salary is over 16,000. So you go to create, query design, you add, then you close, you double click the header, and drag them down. So they say that last name with character O. So you go to last name, we begin with the star followed by O followed by star, whose salary is over 16,000. So you write greater than 16,000 on the criteria under the salary, and you click run. So you can see that their last name has character O, which is we have Joe, Onyango and Kemboi, and you can see that their salary is above 16,000. You can close to save. We call this sample, then you press OK. After that, we'll go to the next question, number 5, which says, add to calculated field allowance and net pay, whereby allowance is to be calculated on the 18% of salary and net pay as salary plus allowance. Then you save the query as net pay. So we go to our query, we click on create, then we go to query design, you click hard, then you close. Afterwards you can double click and drag down all of them, then you click here to hand another title name allowance, and we are told that allowance is 18% of salary. So when you type allowance, you apply the colon, shift, then you click colon. After that you open the brackets. 18% is equivalent to 0.18, therefore you write 0.18 times salary, because they say it's 18% of salary, so just write 0.18 times salary, you close the brackets. After that you click another column, remember we write net pay, you apply the columns, you open the brackets. You are told that the net pay is the salary plus allowance, therefore we open the brackets, then you type salary plus allowance. After that you close the brackets, then you can click on run. So when you run, you realize that it has calculated the allowance, which was 18% of the salary, and we have also calculated the net pay, which is allowance plus the salary. So after that we just close to save, we say yes, and we name this net pay. We name this as net pay. You press OK. So after that you can click the net pay, open it, and you see that it has all the fields. So you can close the net pay and you let the cursor rest on the net pay. Do not close it. Then you go to the number 6. We are going to create a report to show the following records: the first name, the employment date, marital status, salary and allowance. Then we use the marital status as our grouping field and we save it as the hotel. So we create a report. Therefore we go to create, we go to report wizard. So we create a report to show the first name, therefore we click first name, followed by employment date, so click date employed. Then we have marital status, you click it. We have salary, click it. Then we have allowance, so you click allowance and you put it there. So you have first name, date employed, marital status, salary and allowance. After that you click on next. We are told that we should use marital status as your grouping field. Therefore here we are asked, do you want to add any grouping levels? Therefore you click marital status and you click that. Then you go to next, next, next. We now type the hotel, so we write the hotel, the hotel. Then we press finish. Therefore you can be able to see that we have created a report that shows the marital status for each particular that has grouped. It has grouped all the details with the marital status. So we have the details of all those who are divorced. We have the details of all those who are married. We also have the details of those who are single. We have the details of those who are widowed. So after that we are done with creating the report and close to save. Then we go to the next question and the last one, which says that you design a form based on the following fields: the first name, last name, salary, allowance, and net pay, and you save the form as Maundu. Therefore, you go to create still when the cursor is on the net pay, because the net pay is the query that has all the fields. So you go to create, then you choose the form wizard. They say create a form to show the first name, therefore click first name, last name, salary, allowance, and net pay. So after that, you have first name, last name, salary, allowance, and net pay. Just click next. You can choose a layout which is datasheet or justified or tabular or column, anyone that you choose, but we can just use the datasheet. Then you click next. Then we write Maundu. Do press finish. So this is our form. So we have created a form which is named Maundu, and we also have the report which is the hotel. So we are done with our question. We are done with exercise 6 of the Microsoft Access database. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like and comment, and also share with your friends. Thank you.